Welcome everyone to this expert-level deep dive into one of the most fascinating and unconventional matchups in pop culture, Doctor Strange versus Godzilla. Today, we're exploring this epic confrontation by dissecting every technical detail, historical nuance, and strategic dimension that separates the mystical sorcery of Doctor Strange from the colossal, catastrophic force of Godzilla. In this video, we aim to engage viewers who thrive on data-driven insights and advanced analysis by examining the strengths, weaknesses, and contextual advantages that each combatant brings to the table. Our debate is not just about brute comparisons or superficial fight sequences. Instead, we will quantify aspects such as energy thresholds, regeneration rates, dimensional matrices, and the theoretical limits of mystical and nuclear forces. In our discussion, we will navigate through the multi-layered journeys of these characters, from Doctor Strange's metamorphosis from a brilliant neurosurgeon to a master of the mystic arts to Godzilla's emergence as an iconic embodiment of nature's retributive power. We will explore extensive canonical references, scientific analogies, and technical breakdowns that appeal to both longtime comic enthusiasts and hardcore fans of kaiju cinema. Each section of this video is designed to build upon a structured narrative, taking you through detailed profiles, spell mechanics, atomic breath quantifications, and environmental impact studies that inform our hypothetical battle scenarios. Buckle up as we embark on this informational odyssey filled with advanced topics, numerical data, and precise scientific commentary. Whether you're here to challenge your understanding or simply marvel at the convergence of sorcery and monster might, our goal is to provide a comprehensive yet relaxed analysis that leaves no stone unturned in the comparison of these two titanic figures. Doctor Strange profile. Dr. Stephen Strange's journey from a brilliant, albeit arrogant neurosurgeon to the world-renowned Sorcerer Supreme sets the stage for one of the richest narratives in the Marvel Universe. Born with keen intellect and exceptional dexterity, Strange's early life was defined by success in medicine until a calamitous car accident shattered not only his career, but his very identity. Driven by desperation for a cure that science couldn't provide, he ventured into mysticism, where he uncovered secrets hidden in esoteric monasteries and ancient texts. With a newly forged connection to the mystic arts, Strange adeptly absorbed teachings centered on quantum and metaphysical principles, which he then synthesized into potent spells that defy conventional physics. His acquisition of relics, such as the mystical Eye of Agamotto, further amplified his abilities, enabling him to manipulate time, space, and reality. Technical analyses reveal that his spells operate on frequencies and energy fields that resonate with both matter and ether, a fascinating fusion of science and magic that positions him as a calculated strategist in battle. In-depth character studies highlight his evolution from hubris to wisdom, a transformation punctuated by intricate ethical dilemmas regarding the responsible use of power. His alliances and occasional rivalries with other mythologically inspired entities further underscore his role in balancing cosmic forces. As a result, Doctor Strange stands as a multifaceted figure whose technical mastery over mystic science poses unique challenges in energy manipulation, dimensional warfare, and strategic foresight. Every incantation and counterspell he employs is underpinned by precise mathematical formulas and ritualistic algorithms that ensure a high degree of reliability and adaptability in combat scenarios. Godzilla profile. Emerging from the mists of post-war Japan, Godzilla has defined an entire genre of monster cinema, symbolizing nature's indomitable will and the unforeseen consequences of human greed. First introduced in 1954, Godzilla was born as a metaphor for nuclear devastation and environmental calamity, a living reminder of mankind's hubris toward nature. Over the decades, his character has undergone numerous adaptations, yet the essence of his portrayal, a titanic force of nature with a destructive arsenal, remains consistent. In technical terms, Godzilla is a convergence of biological anomaly and nuclear energy. His physiology is a marvel of regenerative biology, allowing him to repair damage that would cripple ordinary organisms. His atomic breath stands as a quantifiable weapon of mass destruction. Detailed studies have analyzed the energy output of his atomic discharge, comparing it to measurable forces encountered in astrophysical phenomena, and his kinetic power has been compared to shock wave models in high-energy physics experiments. These scientific parallels add layers of credibility to his portrayal as a force to be reckoned with. Cinematic evolution also plays a crucial role in Godzilla's legacy. His interpretation in various film eras maps directly to the technological and cultural landscapes of those periods. Whether as a villain, anti-hero, or reluctant savior, Godzilla's impact on both film and popular culture is undeniable. His iconic roar, towering presence, and the sheer statistical probability of catastrophic battles make him not only a cinematic marvel, but also a subject of advanced technical scrutiny. In these respects, Godzilla's character transcends traditional monster archetypes, merging biological resilience with nuclear physics to create a nearly unstoppable juggernaut that continually challenges the limits of our scientific understanding. Doctor Strange's abilities and the mystical realm. Doctor Strange's repertoire of abilities represents an intricate blend of ancient mysticism and subtle scientific principles, pushing the boundaries of what is possible in both metaphysical inquiry and practical combat. At the heart of his power lies an extensive knowledge of arcane lore, which allows him to access and manipulate interdimensional energies with remarkable precision. His spells are not mere incantations. They are complex constructs that operate on principles analogous to advanced quantum mechanics, bringing theoretical physics into a realm of observable phenomena. A cornerstone of his arsenal is the Eye of Agamotto, an artifact that functions as a conduit between time and space. Using this relic, Strange can alter temporal sequences, foresee imminent outcomes, and even create time loops that defy linear causality. His strategic use of the Cloak of Levitation further underscores his mastery over kinetic energy and gravitational forces, enabling him to engage in aerial maneuvers that few others can replicate. Each of these tools is integrated into a broader system that relies on precise mathematical formulations, energy quantification, and probabilistic risk assessments in hostile environments. Furthermore, Doctor Strange's incantations require the calculation of exact spatial coordinates and energy signatures to successfully materialize and control mystical constructs. This level of control is evident in his ability to create interdimensional shields, portals, and even intricate binding spells that restrict the movement of adversaries. His dual reliance on intuition and empirical knowledge fosters a unique combat style that is both adaptive and calculated. Advanced practitioners of the mystic arts often compare his methods to algorithmic processes used in modern computing, where data inputs and outputs mirror the cause and effect relationships observed in his magical engagements. Moreover, his interactions with entities from other dimensions provide a rich tapestry of experimental data, where every confrontation is a study in applied metaphysics. Whether defending New York from supernatural incursions or battling cosmic threats, Doctor Strange continuously integrates real-time feedback from his environment into a dynamic system of spellcasting. This analytical and measured approach not only highlights his brilliance as a sorcerer, but also serves as a testament to the fusion of scientific reasoning and ancient mysticism, making him one of the most formidable defenders against forces that defy conventional physics. Godzilla's destructive powers and monster attributes. Godzilla's seemingly indestructible nature and catastrophic capabilities are a fortress built on layers of raw power and scientifically intriguing adaptations. One of his most feared abilities is his signature atomic breath, a concentrated stream of nuclear energy capable of obliterating municipal structures and geological formations alike. Detailed energy output measurements indicate that his atomic breath can reach levels comparable to low-yield thermonuclear devices, all while being emitted with a precision that suggests an innate targeting mechanism. This capacity is not only a testament to his destructive power, but also a subject of deep technical interest within high-energy physics and thermodynamics. In addition to his atomic discharge, Godzilla's anatomy is built for relentless physical combat. His titanic frame, reinforced by a combination of biological armor and regenerative tissues, enables him to absorb impacts that would incapacitate any conventional creature. Advanced studies in comparative biology posit that his regenerative abilities are underpinned by accelerated cellular repair processes similar to those observed in certain reptilian species, albeit on an exponential scale. These processes allow him to recover from wounds rapidly, rendering damage calculations increasingly complex for analysts trying to determine sustainable injury thresholds. Moreover, Godzilla's environmental resilience, including his capacity to thrive in radioactive and chemically hostile settings, further underscores his role as a creature designed to endure and adapt in the most extreme conditions. His combat style reflects a balance between brute force and tactical instinct. Despite his overwhelming strength, he exhibits strategic retreats and calculated charges during conflicts, which have been modeled using advanced probabilistic algorithms. This blend of raw might and adaptive maneuvering invites comparative studies with phenomena from collision dynamics and power scaling in biological systems. The tactile nature of Godzilla's physicality, each scale, muscle, and roared declaration of power, serves as a real-world embodiment of theoretical force fields in action. From seismological impacts during his stomps to vibrational energy propagation throughout urban landscapes, every detail contributes to a complex portrait of nature's ultimate warrior. His iconic presence continues to inspire both cinematic marvel and rigorous scientific debate, making him an enduring symbol of environmental indomitability and the unpredictable force of nature. The Face-Off. Imagine a scenario where Doctor Strange and Godzilla converge in a dynamic urban landscape, a battlefield where mysticism meets raw physicality. As the confrontation unfolds, both characters leverage their signature traits, setting the stage for a clash that is as much an intellectual endeavor as it is a spectacular display of power. Doctor Strange initiates the encounter by drawing upon his vast repository of mystical energies, deploying intricate spells that create interdimensional rifts and barriers capable of deflecting Godzilla's initial atomic assaults. His strategy is meticulously calculated. Every incantation is premeditated to exploit potential vulnerabilities in Godzilla's seemingly inexorable durability. On the other hand, Godzilla's approach is grounded in raw, unyielding power. Illuminated by the glow of nuclear energy, he counters with an atomic breath barrage that forces Strange to rapidly recalibrate his defensive matrices. Detailed simulations suggest that the energy dissipation from Godzilla's blasts could interfere with the precise resonant frequencies required for Doctor Strange's spells, potentially stalling his incantation process. However, the Sorcerer Supreme's mastery over temporal distortions might allow him to dodge the initial impact, using a combination of time manipulation and spatial displacement to momentarily reposition himself. From a technical standpoint, the battle would pivot on several measurable factors: the kinetic energy output of Godzilla's physical blows versus the efficiency and sustainability of Strange's magical constructs, the rate of regeneration and energy absorption in Godzilla's physiology against the mathematical precision of Strange's spell matrices, and the environmental influences like urban infrastructure that could either provide cover or amplify collateral damage. Each move in this hypothetical encounter would be underpinned by detailed numerical analyses, calculations of energy conversion rates, force vectors, and probabilistic outcomes in real time. Doctor Strange's strategy might involve isolating Godzilla in confined spaces, where his spatial control spells could limit the monster's mobility, yet the sheer force of Godzilla's rampaging presence may eventually dismantle any mystical barrier. Conversely, Godzilla could adapt his approach by targeting the ambient energy fields that sustain Strange's protective wards, effectively disrupting his concentration and diminishing his spell potency. As the battle intensifies, unforeseen factors such as environmental radiation buildup, the interplay of gravitational forces altered by mystical interference, and even potential interventions from allied entities could tip the balance in favor of one combatant. The confrontation thus becomes a multi-dimensional chess game where every move is fraught with both physical and metaphysical consequences. With careful scrutiny of battle simulations and cross-referenced data from both Marvel lore and kaiju documentaries, one can speculate that while Doctor Strange's ingenuity might temporarily stall Godzilla's momentum, the unrelenting power and adaptive resilience of the King of Monsters would ultimately prove overwhelming in a prolonged engagement. Conclusion. In wrapping up our expert-level analysis, we've seen how Doctor Strange's mastery of the mystic arts governed by precision, mathematical rigor, and strategic ingenuity stands in stark contrast to Godzilla's embodiment of raw elemental power, relentless regeneration, and catastrophic might. Both characters are titans in their domains, with one wielding interdimensional magic and the other harnessing nuclear fury, each offering a unique set of quantifiable strengths and distinctive vulnerabilities in combat. Our detailed dissection of energy outputs, regeneration metrics, and environmental impact factors has provided fresh insights into how this surreal matchup might unfold. Although theory suggests that Doctor Strange's tactical maneuvering and advanced spell mechanics could temporarily neutralize Godzilla's direct assaults, the sheer scale of Godzilla's destructive force, honed over decades of cinematic evolution, could very well tip the scales decisively. We invite you, our expert viewers, to share your own analyses, mathematical models, and simulations in the comments below. How do you see the probabilities and battle dynamics aligning? Are there overlooked variables that might tip the balance? Your insights and further questions will help expand this dialogue into new realms of theoretical combat analysis. Thank you for joining us on this journey through advanced speculative science and strategic discourse. Stay curious, stay analytical, and we'll catch you in the next deep dive into the realms where myth meets science.